Bigfoot. One can almost say that he is probably one of the loneliest creatures on our planet. Often seen walking alone, this seemingly shy creature brings curiosity to some and fear to others who've been lucky or unlucky enough to encounter one. Could this elusive beast be a figment of our imagination? If so, then how can we explain the countless of sightings and evidence a handful of witnesses claim to have gathered throughout the years? The Bigfoot popularity exploded after the infamous Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot film that shows a supposed Bigfoot walking away from the man in a hurry. Whether you believe that video is a hoax or not is completely up to you. But what intrigues me personally is that way before we had video cameras and cell phones even existed, Native Americans had already been talking about them. Some tribes went as far as to leave gifts for these forest creatures who were believed to be the guardians of animals who lived in the woods. Hundreds of explorers have taken the opportunity to explore this legend, hoping to catch a glimpse of this elusive creature, and I am no exception. I have also gone multiple times searching for him in various states, following the slightest lead and hoping that one day I can be lucky enough to see one. Last week I explained that after visiting South Dakota and speaking to some locals, they told me stories of their very own Sasquatch that roams their woods. And after speaking to several rangers in the area, one of them was willing enough to give me directions to an area with multiple sightings. All I can tell you is that he did not disappoint, and I strongly believe that I actually found evidence of a Bigfoot family living in the woods of South Dakota. Join me as I go and search for this elusive beast we all know as Bigfoot, and let me know in the comments what you think of this evidence I recently found. Alright guys, I am on day 2 on my quest of trying to find some sort of Bigfoot evidence out here in South Dakota. And so far, I went out last night and it was pretty interesting. It was pretty cool out there. I hope you guys enjoy that. And today is a whole new day. And already in an area that actually a ranger told me about, he wanted to remain anonymous so he didn't come out on camera. He told me exactly where to come because he says they've seen hikers talk about him. They heard hikers talk about him, and them themselves have experienced something. Already, we are finding evidence of animals crossing around this area. So he gave me a really good spot. Check this out. There's a lot of prints already on the ground from animals. That seems to be a horse or something. Here's another. And we come over here. That's probably deer. That kind of looks like coyote to me, and maybe another deer. Check it out. There's quite a bit, and if we keep going, here's another. We'll see more of them. Now, what they told me is this area is not really traveled so much anymore because of that reason. Because people keep seeing or hearing things that is scaring them out of this area. And check this out. Here's some more. So this can be a pretty promising spot for us to try to find some evidence of Sasquatch, or at least their homes or nests or something. I don't know if you guys can hear, but it sounds like some kind of grumbling or something coming from up here. I don't know if the microphone's picking that up. It sounds like a grumbling. Just still going. There are no planes in the area, so I don't know that that would be an airplane or not. Suppose it can be a car in a far off road. The road actually goes out that direction, like way out there. Crap. Of course I stepped right in the water. Alright guys, so this is the area where a lot of people have been telling me that they see Sasquatch or hear what sounds like Sasquatch. A little while ago, I don't know if my camera managed to capture the sound or what sounded like a grumbling. Like a deep growl type of grumble. But again, there are bison in the area. I'm told there's elk. I don't know if there's any bear. I'm assuming there's mountain lions, jaguars kind of stuff out here. I mean, we're in some wild country here. So I'm gonna walk in this direction, see if we manage to find any kind of Bigfoot bedding or if you guys see or hear anything on camera, let me know. Because as we all know, these creatures are pretty elusive. And they tend to try to hide between bushes and stuff. So I'm gonna look for nesting. Gotta jump through this creek again. Crap. My socks are wet. The worst feeling ever. Alright, check this out. This is pretty interesting, okay? Because if you follow the Bigfoot phenomena, they like to bend trees over where they inhabit. In the areas where they live, they seem to bend trees over as to warn people or possibly warn each other to stay out of their territory. Look at that tree. It's bent in. And check this out. I found another area where trees are bent over right there. Look at that. I don't know if try to get a little zoomed in right there. You see? The tree is bent in a direction like this. It's curved up. And I don't think this is done by nature because look at all these other trees around it. Okay? None of them are curved that way. That one has a little bend, but not as pronounced as this one here. Look at that. That is really interesting to me. So we're gonna look at the ground. Oh, what the? Look at this. Okay, this is pretty cool. Look at that. That almost looked like little baby footprints or something. And it almost looks like I don't know if that's human. Alright, look, check it out. So this, to me, okay, I don't know. It kind of looks like a little print right there. And some toes right here. And it looks like possibly a second one right there. But you can't really make that one out so much. But this one right here is interesting. I'll do a close-up of it right here. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm going to take a photo of it in a second. So, and check this out. There's another print right there. Okay, so I have to pause this video here for a second. When I found this prints, it hadn't occurred to me that they could possibly belong to a gnome-like being that is said to inhabit these forests.
Native Americans often spoke about the little people who live in the woods. First Nations people throughout the world have some sort of version of them. These entities normally live near small bodies of water. Back in 1932, two prospectors actually found a small mummified body of a tiny person while digging for gold. Let me know what you think. Look closely at the indentations of the prints. You can clearly see what appears to be toes in the heel and the shape of the foot. Keep in mind that this is the remote area where the ranger told me about the reported sightings. I think I should also note that this particular part of the forest is hardly ever explored anymore.
It's just really coincidental that we find this bent limb right here, right above me, and right below it almost, there are what seem to be small little bear footprints. Not bear, but bear footprints. I'll show you again. Look at that. Isn't that cool? See if I can get a better camera angle on it for you. So the thing about this is that as I've been driving through the park, there's a lot of bison out in the meadows, and they have calves with them. So that means that there's a lot of babies born. So if Sasquatch is the same type of creature or a similar creature, that means that this time of year they could be traveling with their own offspring. They could be traveling with their own offspring, which includes baby Sasquatches, which would make them more aggressive this time of year because obviously they'd want to protect their young. So I gotta be extra careful. Alright guys, I've been out here for a few hours now, and it's kind of weird because I keep getting this feeling like something's watching you, you know? How you get that sense, and feeling weird on my chest and my arms. My hairs are starting to stand on end. I don't know if the camera can capture that very good or not, but my hairs are starting to feel like something's up. I'm getting goose pimples. So something is watching me right now. Something's out here. I can feel it. I don't know what that might be. Maybe it's just a tree trunk. That right there. I think it's just a tree trunk. But I thought I saw something kind of standing over there by that tree line. Thought I saw something standing over there by that tree line over there. But this was right after me telling you guys that I start feeling goose pimples. I still feel really eerie and uncomfortable here right now. I'll go up a little bit more and see if we find anything. There's that grumble again. It's kind of like a deep I don't know if the camera's capturing that or not, but it's kind of deep and low. Like you can feel the vibration coming through. Anyways, like I said, I'm not feeling too comfortable here, so maybe I should listen to my instincts and start heading back towards the car. Because one, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not the best. I'm gonna try a Bigfoot yelp. I think that was turkeys. I think we called turkeys. I'm gonna try again. I swear to God, I heard something. It sounded like turkeys. I'm trying to call Bigfoot. I think we heard turkeys. I just hope it's not Bigfoot mating season and he thinks I'm a little chunky Mexican Bigfoot. I may never want to leave this place. That right there looks like some kind of animal trail. Right there. And it goes all the way up in that direction. Look, there's more. There's more bent limbs right there. Right there. That looks pretty flat and clean. Right in that area right there. So I don't know if maybe a family of Sasquatches lives around here or what the deal is. But we have these right here. We have that big one over there, and then the other ones I showed you up little ways. No, there's a lot of... Oh, we just walked past this one. Didn't even notice it earlier. Right here. Look at this one. Big old one right here. That one's broken up there. That might have been broken on purpose. Let's see if there's a nest. I don't know if you can tell so good, but you can see all the leaves kind of like they've been scraped over to this area right here. You see? And that's directly under this limb right here. But it almost looks like the leaves have been scraped over right there. There's a big one right here. Look at that. Look at how this one is broken right there. It's probably hard to see right now because how hard the sun is. I do have an ND filter on my lens, but it's just really sunny today. So it's a little hard to tell, but look at this big one, and then look how this one's broken up there. This is just my theory, guys, but I think that the Bigfoots, they bend the limbs that way to warn other creatures and even humans to stay out of their territory. You know, it's kind of like we have roads in a way. This is just my theory, guys, but based on what I'm seeing, the limbs that are bent this way are kind of made to deter other creatures, even humans, to stay out of their territory. Kind of like how we have private property and we post private property signs. To me, this kind of seems to be that kind of way for Bigfoot. You know, like, this is my property, I'm here, get away from my territory. Unfortunately, I'm not finding much evidence, but I swear I keep hearing like that grumble, that low tone grumble. Maybe you guys can help me in the comments and let me know. But I'm gonna try some wood knocking, see if it works. Alright guys, I'm gonna try some wood knocking. I don't know how loud it's gonna sound, because it's kind of, the sound will be muffled because there's so much vegetation all over us. But I'm gonna give it a shot. Oh, that was kind of low. That's weak. Weak. I think the ranger gave me a pretty solid spot. This is one that I definitely got to come back to at some point. I may start a Patreon page, so if anybody out there is willing to help me fund a little bit of these travels, that would be awesome. But not sure yet. But anyways, thank you for checking it out. Let me know in the comments what you feel, if you felt the same way I did when I was back there, or what your theory is on those limbs that are broken. Personally, I think there are actually Bigfoot nests, and they are actually staying there, especially with the little footprints that we found. I wish I would have thought ahead and brought some clay so I can mold them and take them back with me, but I didn't. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things. I have to just keep it on video footage and hope you guys let me know what you think they were, or if it was nothing, I would also like to hear what you think. All right, thank you so much guys. I'm lucky it wasn't Bigfoot mating season, although probably would have been nice if it was. You know, end up with a baby cryptid Bigfoot running around here, right here in them here hills. There's always hope. Thank you so much for watching. Stay strange. See you next time.